Namaskaram. So this is a video after a long time, more of a regular update kind of thing. I think last time when I did this series, the truth series, I explained a lot of concepts, and now this most of them I have personally experienced also. So you can experience by using the meditation or yoga or whatever they are. Patanjali Yoga Sutras, and so it was more like a personal verification, and that is complete. So everything that is written in whatever you say, like the Vedas by Patanjali, Shiva Sutras, basically in summation, what is the truth is the Shiva was the first scientist. He explored everything from what the nature is to what the human being is. Now the ways he has described in modern times, people find it very weird because it's just like you are taught a particular language, and if somebody talks to you in different language, you won't understand it. Similar. So the language is different, but if you are, if you can understand a different perspective easily, then maybe you can understand it. So anyone who I generally doesn't even matter actually. Most of the people are kind of robots this time, which is also mentioned like a big Mahamaya will cover everything, and people won't realize what is happening in front of them. But the work is going on. This is generally to put out a record. This is not kind of like any knowledge, but to put more in physical form what has been already happening in what you can say like different plane. Okay, let me give you one example. In a way, all of you have understood what is how radio works, right? Or how a mobile works. How does it work? So right now I am speaking. This is a wave, right? Vibration. This vibration is going inside the phone, and it is vibrating that receiver, and that receiver is vibrating at a particular frequency, so that is getting caught by the tower. Okay, and the tower then translated to the satellite and to the other place, like that. In the same way, if you really treat, right, your own body is like a tower. And this is the explanation of what people call telepathy. Like how can you read thoughts, or how can you talk to someone? Just like how you talk on mobile. It's the same principle. But what happens is your body is actually sensitive to all the vibrations that are happening. Even the vibration that the electromagnetic waves are making. Some waves which you might not get by senses. Your senses might not be able to hear or see them, but they are there. So when you go into deeper states of meditation or perception, as you say, you can unlock those states, and then you can talk to anybody like that. So I can anyway talk, and we have been talking on those channels a lot, but we need something to put in physical also, so that it's like a formality, because we are living in a physical world, so we have to pretend that okay, this game is going on here also. Now all of this knowledge, actually everyone, predictions of how things will unravel have already been done. I mean, by so many books in every religion. And let's say this is more of a direction about what will happen after. What is going to happen now is kind of imminent. Like everyone in the world realizes, if you read the science on the geopolitical level, Russia is not going to back down, US is not going to back down, and Muslims are definitely not going to back down. They won't fight always. So it's inevitable what is going to happen. But the main thing was like not about this what is going to happen on physical level. Like human beings have always fought, you know, always fought and kill each other, and all of that is normal for us nowadays. We still go have a Starbucks and for our daily jobs. But this is what will happen after. So it's more of a message for people who can understand this message, who will understand what I'm saying, basically. Most of the people are like that, this is some bullshit and this guy has gone mad and whatever. Like, leave that aside. This is for someone who really understands. So we need to start making effort to prepare for what you call is re-establishment. The battle part and everything, I think that will go down. That is fine. It will be taken care of. But after that, we will need like all of this knowledge. We need to have people who are ready. Otherwise, it will take a long time to come back again to the same level. Like what level the people in that Vedic times were, like, why would you invent a phone when you can just talk through your mind? And the principle is same. How does a radio work? Radio tunes to you to a particular wavelength and then the voice comes. Similarly, if you tune your mind to a different wavelengths, let's say I tune to my mind to some wavelength of that person, so I can read his thoughts or I can talk to that person. If I tune my mind to someone else, I can hear their thoughts and talk to that person. It's very similar how a radio works and how a human mind can work if you want. The only thing that is required is to increase your perception. And the tools of the yoga, the meditation are all crafted for that purpose only. But the human in this age, which is not even interested in not even interested in like closing their eyes, not even like leave meditation and everything, that is not possible. So anyways, the possibility and not possibility is fine, but we need to ready people to establish all of this knowledge after we kind of clear out the distractions, after we take care of people who are deliberately stopping the knowledge to come out, who are deliberately being ignorant and like that, spreading false things. And we need to have basically people who are willing. That's the only quality that we need. Everything else like the prana, the knowledge, that will be taken care of. That you don't need to worry. So everyone who can really understand this, that's the thing. Like we need to focus on, don't plan for now, plan for like 6-7 years after. And when we really want to rebuild, do you want to rebuild the building same way as we are building now? Do you want to go about science in the same way that we are going about now? Do you want to go about food in the same way that we are going in the agriculture now? So all of these things we need to plan now. Plan for something which might not happen now, but it will happen when the condition will be all right. This use of or transformation of the natural energy into electricity and then trying to bend the flow of the prana in the world, this is not going to sustain anyway. So you need to find out a more way in which we can be in more harmony with the prana. And if you are sensitive, you don't actually need, because if you know how the wind flows, you will just fly with it. You don't need to have an aeroplane which has such a huge engine, spend so much gasoline in it so that you can generate enough thrust for it to fly. Bird doesn't have an engine, it doesn't have a tail set on fire for it to fly, because it understands the wind. That's why it flies. That's all you need. And a human being is a being which can do the work of any other being in this world. It can have the consciousness of a snake, it can have the consciousness of bird, any consciousness that you want, you can have that. It's like a unique gift given by whatever you call like God or the creator. We are spending all our time on creating these gadgets, basically trying to understand the same thing but outwardly in a way, because finally it's the same mind which is exhibiting these things, manifesting, right? Where are your thoughts coming from? Most people think that they are thinking that's how the thoughts are coming. No, the thoughts are coming from a deeper level of consciousness. The thoughts are kind of like seeded into you. This is like a big theory, but now it's not the time to like talk about all of these, because now it's a different time. It's more of a time of a conflict. So first what we need to do is to separate the two sides, which is already been undergoing. I think 1.5 years back I did a video on what will be the two sides. So one side is the feminine side and one side is the masculine side. The feminine side is the side which is gentle, which thinks about other also, which is tolerant, which wants to talk things out, which is not quick to judgment and all of that. The masculine side is like the macho side, which is more brute, which has a lot of ego in it. And these two sides are naturally repulsive in nature, so they will automatically separate out. But now you are seeing that it's being separated out on a world level, and it's very uniquely it's been done. People, when Russia-Ukraine war happened, it was very very clear lines. People had very clarity, which side should we fight on, okay? Because their conditioning was good, Russia is bad, good. So all the white people, they were like against Russia and like that, done. Now when this Israel thing happened, now everybody is confused. These guys also killed, man. If I take this side, what will happen? Oh, these guys are also killing, but if I do this side, what will happen? Basically there is no option which is there is no, the truth has been laid so bare, that you cannot even pretend ignorance now. You cannot pretend that you didn't know what these guys did. And openly you have to show that you don't care. And that's how the lines are being drawn. And once the lines are drawn, once the people are separated, people who are on masculine side and people who are on feminine side, then the final kind of conflict will start. Finally, who wins? In the war, you can say that Pandavas were more feminine in nature and the Kauravas were more masculine in nature, right? Duryodhana never cared about anyone. But the Pandavas were always like, okay, no, we have lost this game. So he asked her to go for 14 years in Vanvas, we will go. Why? There is no court which asking them to, they have to follow the contract, no. But they wanted to establish order in the society, so they went. But Duryodhana never cared about any contract. He was always about, masculine energy and creating a disorder in the society. So finally the Pandavas, our enemy, is going to win because God is on their side. Like whoever side Krishna will fight, anyways will win. So that doesn't even matter which side it is. But we need to prepare for like the journey after. So we need to have people start investigating more into the how can you live with the nature in a more resonant way, in a more, balanced way. How can you dance with the nature, not like fight against it? If you're a snake, be a snake. If you're a river, be a river. If you're a wind, be a wind. I think that's it. There is a lot of work which has already been going, but I just wanted to put it out there so that it's in the record. That's it. Okay. Namaskaram. Dhanyawad.